top. The little man has hit the big fella for six. He's off his size. And he's smashed him down the ground. What a player. What a wonderful player. Oh, this is high. What a six. What a six. Way down the ground. It's on the roof. Oh, that's gone straight up in the air. Well, one's off the
So we're back here. Avalon Changur continues to plug away from the far end. Ramnath will know a lot about Changur. Ramnath skipper Trinidad and Tobago on the 15 team when Changur was on board. It's a swept away, a beautiful shot down behind square. That's four. That had class written all over it. Lovely shot there by a young Rajiv Ramnath. So what a shot there by the little right-hander. There has been a slight adjustment to the field. Aidan Samaru, who is at a backward square, goes a bit wider. Changur is in again. Flatter, straighter, allowed to go by. And the masqueraders would not feel comfortable with this young man at the crease, Rajiv Ramnath. Masqueraders, as I said before, receiving a blow prior to the start of this game with the news that young skipper Andrew Rambaran can't play today. Rambaran, of course, being their mainstay, their main batsman. Of course, their top all-rounder, I should dare say. But I'm sure that he's at home looking on at this game. I want to say good morning to him, to his entire family, his dad Andy, his mom Cheryl, of course his two lovely sisters as well, as they take in the action. And knowing Andrew Rambaran as I do, he will be edgy this morning. He would not be happy not being here in the middle of the action. Took his team to 3 victories in the preliminary round. Pushed away on the offside. So it's going to be this young Covid Bispat, who normally is very disciplined with his bowling. He hits a spot. Ramdu drives nicely. Kisunat in the way. So the weather has held beautifully here this morning. And Ramdu looks solid. Ramdu, a much improved player, coming out of Fatima College in Port of Spain. And that's a good delivery and good adjustment on that occasion. You can see Bispat holding that one back. And Ramdu, what I like about him, he's never too hurried to play his shots. He waited on that. He allowed that to come into him. And he played it down to backward point. This is short and straight. And he's able to work the angles. Ricardo Chase there at mid-wicket. punched 1. So that's the end of the over. We take a short break. We'll be right back. And it's a Bispak who is bowling around the wicket to the right-handed Ramnath, showing good judgment on that occasion. And a number of these players, they would know about each other. They have been playing against each other in inter-zone cricket. prior to that, prior to COVID, schools cricket as well. So they would know that Bispat is as tight as the economy when it comes to his bowling. Oh, that's a good line, good length. Has Ramnath watchful. Ramnath, captain of the under-19 team, as the select under-19 team playing in the Premiership too. And he scored 2 centuries against big men, so to speak. He pushes out now. And it's the end of the over, the end of another over here at the Brown Cricket Academy. And at the end of it, the score is 87 for the loss of 2. So it's going to be Joshua Davis to continue from the southern end. Davis, no wrong in the setup now. Bats early for the Masqueraders. It's short and wide. Cracked away by Ramdu, and he's upset because he finds mid-off in the form of Kisundat. That was short and wide. This time it's a full toss, driven away, gets 1. It's looking for 2. And they're going to come back now easily for 2. Well judged as Sonny returns. So the left-handed Ramdu continues to bat beautifully here. This time he gets 1. He plays late at. He's able to get it away from Changurak, who's stationed at a squarish cover. That's 1 more. So the runs continues to come here nicely for the Flamingos. And it's the end of yet another over. And just to remind you, you're looking at the TTCB Under-19 4-Team Cup here on the Cricket 360. This part continues. This is played away through the offside. A nice tumbling stop there at a wide-ish mid-off. And that's Kendall Puchun. Good field up, Kendall Puchun. Naprima College player. He's not happy with the condition of his trousers there. Mispat. This one takes a bit of an edge, a leading edge. Goes along the ground. So the body language of the Masqueraders players not the best at the moment. Coach Ramki soon will have a say in that. Well fielded by the young man. The little man throwing himself to his right. And the fielding of his own bowling. COVID-19 Bispat. Remember the name. Sammy drives lovely through the offside. They take one. That's all they're going to get. Changur is there. A live wire in the field. Avalon Changur. Full toss and Ramnath misses out. It's a signal wide by the umpire. A rare bad delivery by the young Changur. He's wiping his palms as if to suggest that the sweat on his palm is getting to him. Back to regular programming, just outside the off stump. Ramnath missing out on the last game because of the COVID-19. But he's not showing much effects of that. He's come in here and has batted beautifully as the young Bispat fields his own bowling that brings the over to an end. So it's the end of yet another over. The latest score at the end of over number 17, is it? So the score is 93 for the loss of 2. And that has brought us to the end of 94 for 2. I'm seeing on the big scoreboard. Ramdu is on 46. Ramnath is on 12. Davis to continue from the far end now, and this is driven by Ramdu. Ramdu is on 46. I tell you something, you want to get to that half century. Remember, with the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team to be selected, he wants to start addressing the selectors. Pushed away gently on the offside for 1. So you can see that half century is playing on his mind already. Brings the rock solid Ramnath into strike. Driving. Too much bottom hand on that occasion there by Ramnath. Takes it straight back to the bowler. Davis normally gives the ball generous flight. We haven't seen that this morning. He came in to bowl with his team already on the back foot, so he's bowling a lot flatter. But he normally attacks the batsman with tantalizing flight. He normally goes above the eye level, and it creates just that little doubt. We haven't seen that from him yet. That's it. There it came, but it was a full toss. But he's an attacking bowler, Joshua Davis. Ramnath again can't get it away. He's using his feet straight to Changur. End of yet another over. So they're pushing through the overs quickly here. The Masqueraders, Flamingos, well placed, handily placed at the moment. 94 for the loss of 2. And we've seen back is 95 for 2. Ramdu's on 27, Ramnath is on 12. They want to bat and bat well. This is a good batting track. They want to put a good score up here, so the bowlers will have something decent to work with. This time gets a delivery that could have allowed him the extra run on the offside. Finds the fielder. So they're picking out the fielders with regularity here, Ramnath and Ramdu. They just need to work on that. Driving. That one stealing back into him. This part, not a big turn off the ball. There was Ramdu just delaying the shot somewhat. Gives him a single. Tossed up nicely, worked away, down to long on.